Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day or night it is, welcome and welcome to your course. And this is Advanced Performance Management, or APM. So one of the last papers you're going to be sitting at ACCA. So you're nearly there. So one final push and you will be a qualified accountant. Now, I love this paper. I love this syllabus. I think it is the best ACCA syllabus there is. Okay, maybe I'm biased because I teach APM, I've taught it for many years, but it's a great subject. It's all about strategy and it has numbers in, but not too many numbers. It has sort of written areas, but not too much. It's the ideal mix. However, there's some bad news here. If you're the type of student that just likes to learn things and rote learn things and repeat them without thinking, then ACCA APM is not for you. You need to put some thought to this. This is not just an exam where you learn things and repeat them. You know, you may even be at the moment, part of the senior management team. And they want people who will think and apply things rather than just repeat what they've learned from a book. So, first things first, we are looking for people who will be thinking for themselves when we apply all the scenarios. Don't worry, I'm going to help you a lot as we go through this course. First of all, I'm going to ask you maybe a bit of a strange question. And that question is, can you swim? Now, you may be thinking, what on earth is the fact that whether I swim or not, what has that got to do with APM? Okay, bear with me for a moment. Let's assume you cannot swim. So some of you may be able to swim, some of you may not be able to swim. Let's assume you cannot. And let's assume this is a course on swimming. So for the next 20, 30 hours, I'm going to tell you all the theory there is about swimming, about how you put your legs in a certain direction, how you form out your arms, how your arms go into the water, how you should breathe. We do this for 20 or 30 hours and you sit there and you listen to me talking about how to swim. And then in a couple of weeks, we go to the swimming pool and you jump in. What's going to happen? You are going to sink to the bottom. You need to practice for yourself. It's not just a case of listening to me. Now with APM, if you sit there and just listen to me talking on and on about various things, what's going to happen? Well, you'll fall asleep, I'll fall asleep, everyone will fall asleep. So what I'm going to do, I will be pausing and stopping the video at certain times, and I'll be asking you to think about things, to do things, to think of a company you've come across. And it's really important that you do those exercises to get this sort of real life thought process in place. Okay, let's have a quick look at the syllabus. Here we are. We have strategic, that always sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Strategic planning and control. We have performance management information, systems and development in technology. We have strategic performance measurement, and we have performance evaluation. We then have professional skills. Now, what I'm going to say at the moment may be a bit controversial, but at this stage, let's forget about professional skills. Okay, I'm going to cover those in a lot of detail on the practice course. And the good news, we will automatically pick up a lot of professional skills marks if you follow my recommended approach to answering the questions. So we have A, B, C, D, 4 main areas of the syllabus. Now, do any of these words sound familiar to you? Planning and control, performance management, IT, information systems, tech, performance measurement, performance evaluation. Of course it sounds familiar. Do you remember PM? It used to be called F5, so you may have done it under the previous wording, terminology that ACCA had. PM. Do you remember SBL? You may have done SBL, you may not have done it yet, but these are the 2 main papers that APM draws from. Now, some of you are probably feeling a little bit nervous. Some of you are thinking, actually, I did PM, I did F5 a long time ago. I've forgotten everything that was on there. Some of you may be thinking, well, I haven't done SBL yet. Some of you may even be thinking, I did SBL, but I just scraped a pass and I didn't really understand it. Okay, the good news, although if you do remember PM, if you do recall SBL, it's kind of helpful. Don't worry. The good news, we'll be looking at what you need to do at APM. Now, before we move on, I'm just going to sort of highlight a subtle but very important difference between what you will find at SBL and what you find at APM. Now, SBL is another great paper. It's all about strategy. Now, APM draws heavily on the strategic side of things of SBL. But what is important, there's a clue in the name, advanced performance management. So we need to understand strategy, but it's not just coming up with the ideas for strategy. It's not just saying what we should do. It's how do we manage the performance of that strategy. Once we've identified what are the objectives that we're trying to get with the strategy we're deciding on, how do we then control the implementation of that? How do we manage? How do we measure how well it's doing? So strategy is important. You need to understand the concepts behind strategy. So there will be some overlap between SBL. And so if you have done it before, well, it's good news. You'll recognize some of the models. But the key thing is, how do we look at managing the performance of achieving those objectives of the strategy? And if you kind of think of it like that, we can then look at this syllabus again, and it highlights these key stepping stones we need to be aware of. So it's, what's the plan? What's the control with the strategy? There's quite a big tech component in any business, and any strategy going forward. Tech is becoming more and more important. So we've got technology. How do we then measure the performance, and how do we evaluate it? So if you think of it that way, it's a relatively small, compact syllabus. Okay, let's look at the exam format. Similar to the other optional papers, we have section A and, guess what, section B. And section A is one question, one single multiple choice question. Hey, I wish it was. It's not a single multiple choice question. In effect, it's a case study. And although it's 40 marks saying one question, that will be broken down into individual components of a question. And then we have these professional skills. And again, I'm going to be sort of talking through those on the practice course. But the good news, you will get them automatically if you follow my approach. Section B, 2 questions, 20 marks each. So that gives us 40. And professional skills, 5 in each question. That's 10. A total of 100. And 3 hours and 15 minutes of your life will be spent answering the questions and hopefully achieving a good pass. Okay, here's a quick quiz for you. Do you see on the screen in front of you the word optional? Okay, now I've written it down so you can see it there, but do you see it anywhere here? No, there are no optional questions. So what does that mean? Everything is compulsory. So what is going to be important is you need to have a good breadth of knowledge of this syllabus rather than focusing on 1 or 2 key areas of the syllabus that you think you like. So breadth of knowledge is much, much better than depth of knowledge in 1 or 2 areas. Now, I'm just going to pop back to the syllabus breakdown. And section A in the exam, the case study, is likely to be drawn from A, B, and C. So planning and control, IS and technology and performance measurement. That's going to be the case study, section A. Now, section B, where we have those 2 20-mark questions. Now, one of them is going to be part D of the syllabus. And the second one will be drawn from any other area that hasn't been sort of picked up in the previous questions. So as you can see, we've got to make sure we're comfortable with all of these areas. Okay, let's move on to the approach we're now going to take. And on your portal, you've got the video in front of you. You've also got ebooks of the study text. And you can either view those sort of side by side on the screen, or you can download them in the download materials. Now, what I am not going to do, I'm not going to go through every single word in that book, because what's going to happen? You'll fall asleep, I'll fall asleep. Instead, what I want you to do is don't look at your books at this stage, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to build up during each video a series of mind maps. So I'm going to start on a blank piece of paper, and then I want you to get an empty piece of paper, or some people choose to have a separate blank book where they can write all the mind maps in. And then what I will do, I will start drawing certain items on the screen, and then I will break away from those to talk through bigger examples. I will break away to go into the study text to look at certain illustrations there. But at the end of the video, you should have a series of mind maps, which you will write with hand, ideally. It will help you retain that information. And there's a series of mind maps. At the end of this video, you should have pretty good understanding of the core areas of what that part of the syllabus was looking at. And then what I'll say at the end of the video, then you can go to your books and just read through. I call it read through as you would a holiday novel. So don't try to read through every single word there, because you'll get lost for the detail. Read it through after we've done the mind map, and then you will start to be reinforced with what I've said, and I'll be thinking, I'll be giving you examples and asking you to think of other examples. So at this stage, do not look at your books. Start copying down the mind maps as we go through. Okay, now that finishes this sort of short 10-15 minute introduction. At the end of each video, we have a series of test your understandings. These are short multiple choice style questions. What I want you to do when you finish this video, attempt the test your understandings, and then I'll see you at the next video where we will start our first mind map. So how was that? That was your first video for APM. Hopefully it kind of set the scene and, you know, gave you the positive vibes that this is a great paper and you are going to pass. Well done. I will see you soon. All the best.